Hi, I'm Bill Van Arsdale, the inventor of Tin Cup by Rug Golf, the ultimate indoor golf practice chipping game. It takes just a few minutes to set up, and I'm going to give you a little demonstration. I've been working on variations of this game since I was a kid, and I'm very excited how all these pieces have come together to create Tin Cup. The Rug Golf slope base with two-way lift block has 8 different slope block positions and 2 different slope heights, low or high, plus a flat position, for a total of 17 different slope setups. These are designated 1 through 5 around the sides and back of the slope, and 12, 34, and 56 for the front flop shot positions that cause the target green to slope away from the tee for extra challenge. The Tin Cup target greens has 5 sets of concentric target rings. These are designated 1 through 5 for easy to follow hole setup number combinations, which allows players to set up different hole positions for variety and increased difficulty as in regular golf. The target rug can also be rotated for added variety of target hole locations. This numbering system gives players the option of using Tin Cup scorecards or the Tin Cup tri-colored dice to determine specific hole setups. The Rug Golf front sand trap with a rolled trap lift captures short shots, and the rear trap captures long shots for easier retrieval while adding a nice visual dimension to the game. There are 2 different scorecards for quick play or long play, a Tin Cup trophy ball holder, hole setup dice, and an extensive game setup and instruction booklet, which includes several game variations that make it fun for players of all levels to compete, like the game 9 to 1, where a good player may only get 1 shot per turn and a beginner may get up to 9 shots and the best ball wins the hole. And there is also, of course, the Tin Cup, which players can move around to different target rings to set the hole location for each hole. The Tin Cup clearly marks the target, much like a flag. Hole length positioning cards can be placed to make it easy and quick to set the tee to specific lays for each hole. There are over 150 different hole setups for each hole length. If room allows for the recommended maximum of a 12-yard hole, there are over 1,500 hole setup combinations. The Rug Golf precision plastic chipping balls hook, slice, spin, and stop just like real golf balls. Place them on the tee mat with the Rug Golf ball retrieval sleeve and you are ready to play Tin Cup. A typical turn in Tin Cup is 9 shots, which can be scored as 9 holes or combined into a single hole score for longer play. In longer stroke or match play games, players may decide to use fewer balls per turn to speed up play. What I love about this game is the accurate instant feedback you get on each shot. If you hit it well, it flies straight and true, and good players can vary the hook, slice, and backspin to compensate for hole location and slope to stop the ball close to the Tin Cup. Make a miss hit and you know it right away. Hit a great shot and you'll know it too. Tin Cup, baby! Every time you get a Tin Cup, players immediately place it in the Tin Cup trophy ball holder. Now in scoring Tin Cup, each of these rings has a value. Off the carpet is +2, double bogey. The outside ring here is +1, that's a bogey. This ring here is par, that's 0. This ring here is a birdie, -1. This ring here is -2. There's an eagle, and if you hit the Tin Cup, that's a Tin Cup, it's -3. You go in the Tin Cup, that's a double Tin Cup, that is -6. That's like getting a hole-in-one. It rarely ever happens. So what I do normally is that I start by counting how many balls are on the carpet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there's 7 balls on, there's 2 balls off. 1 is a Tin Cup, 1 is off the rug. So I start off the rug and add it up. +2, +2, +2, +1, 0, 0, -2, and -2 is -4, and the Tin Cup is -3, so that's -7. In the short stroke play game, where 1 turn equals 9 holes, this is scored as -7. On the short game scorecard, 9 shots equals 9 holes, and you can mark down the hole length position, target location, slope block position, and slope block height, and then your score as strokes under par. In the long stroke play game, where one turn equals one hole, this can be scored in points as -7, or using the points to par conversion chart for 9 balls, -7 is a birdie. For this par 4 length hole, that will be scored as a 3. After scoring, the hole is reset either as directed by the printed or online scorecards, or by rolling the tricolored dice. The white target die selects the set of target rings in target rotation. The black slope die selects the position of the slope block, and the green die selects the slope height, where 1 through 3 is low and 4 through 6 is high. If the black slope die is a 6, this is a flop shot, and the black die is rolled again to determine the flop shot block position. 1 or 2 is position 12, 3 or 4 is position 34, and 5 or 6 is position 56. If the black and green die are doubles, the slope is in the flat position. Sound complicated? It'll all be automatic after you play a few times. These setups can also be seen graphically on each hole of the Tin Cup online app scorecards. So let's take a roll of the dice. 3, 5, 1 means target position 3, slope position 5, and slope height low. Let's play this setup. So I move the slope block over to position number 5, and I could either put it high or low, in this case low, and move the tin cup to position target 3, and I'm ready for the next hole. I'll keep the hole length the same, but the hole length can be determined by mutual agreement, the tin cup scorecard, or by using the hole length setup charts in the instruction book that varies based upon the maximum length of hole you have room for in your space. This side slope requires that you try to hit the ball above the tin cup hole to compensate for the roll, or put some side spin on it which can stick the ball right where it hits. The Tin Cup Rule 1.3 states players can move played balls to any position within the same ring at any time during their turn if they feel it is to their advantage. So here, to open up the tin cup for my next shot, I move this ball. There are only about 10 rules to the game, so it's pretty easy to figure out. This is not a game of stymies. When the tin cup is near the top of the slope like this, it can get pretty challenging. Scoring on this set of target rings is the same as before, just shifted over, creating a much smaller area for higher scoring rings. So now when the tin cup is in one of the outside set of rings, the scoring is much the same. Off the carpet is +2, that's a double bogey. Outside this ring right here is +1, that's a bogey. This ring here is a par, that's 0. This ring here is -1, that's a birdie. This ring here is -2 eagle, hitting the tin cup is -3, and the tin cup is -6. So I always start by counting the balls. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 on, 1 off. The 1 off is +2. So then I start with the outside ring, that's +2. This is +3. These are all zeros, so +3, +3, +3, +3, +3. This is in the birdie ring, so that's +2. This ball, if I look straight down, is touching this ring. That's -2, so that gives me a 0. I can mark this down as a 0 in the short game stroke play card, and as 0 points and par on the long game card. So now, just to make it a lot more difficult, I can change the slope block from low to high like this. You just have to turn it. Now watch what happens. Honestly, this level of a tin cup will only be enjoyable for experienced tin cup players or golfers who already have a good chipping game. Most new players will be happy just to get the ball on the target rug when it's flat. If you hit it straight at this target, the ball will roll sharply down the slope, which works well if the tin cup was at the bottom of the slope. This is what makes tin cups so challenging for even the best players. Whoa, 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 whoa. So now, to get it close, I have to put a slicing side spin on it. And that's the way you do it. Pretty cool, huh? With a little bit of furniture arranging, I can get a longer hole here, and having longer holes is really good. You can start to hit more of a pitch shot, or you can put some force behind it here. And you will want to maybe hit a lower lofted club. You go from a 56 maybe down to a pitching wedge. Whatever works for you. I use 4 different clubs when I'm playing rug golf. 4 different wedges. Playing tin cup is a great way to work on the mental part of the game. To hit well, I have to stay totally in the moment, focus on the target. Tin cup, baby. For me, this game is like a cross between golf, beanbag toss, archery, or darts, and really is like a meditation when I'm practicing by myself. I play it a lot without even keeping score when I just want to chill out and let my muscle memory take over. It really is a bit addicting even after you play just a few holes. You'll find yourself getting better and better pretty quickly. Very best of all, playing tin cup is a great way to hone your chipping game when you get on the golf course. Chipping and pitch shots are a part of the game we often neglect because we don't have time to practice much before playing. Now you can practice anytime at home, and it is a super fun game for everyone, old or young, at every experience level. There's 1 ball off, which I normally would have to place in the tin cup trophy ball holder right when I got it, so let's see. -2, add in the tin cup at -3, that's -5 in points, or a strong par in the point-to-par conversion for a long 18-hole stroke play game. The last hole I'll demonstrate is a 3-yard par 3, the shortest hole you can have in tin cup. These short holes can be very easy if the target is sloping towards the tee, or devilishly difficult if sloping away because you can't put much spin on the ball. On this setup, I rolled a white 6, a black 6, and a green 3. There is no target position 6. The white 6 means I will rotate the target 1/8 turn to the right and roll again now to get the target position. 2. So that's target position 2 in the rotated position. This is marked on the scorecard as slope position 62. The target green will remain in the rotated position until the next turn when a 6 is rolled, in which case it will be rotated back to the original position. The black slope die 6 means a flop shot, and I have to roll the black die again. It comes up 1, so that's flop shot position 12. 1 or 2 would be position 12, 3 or 4 position 34, and 5 or 6 position 56. Note that on any hole shorter than 6 yards, a flop shot means that the height is always low, so the slope height die does not matter on this 3-yard length. There is one additional setup twist. If the black and green dice are doubles, the slope is flat. And don't worry, like I said, it will be easy to remember this after you play the game a few times. Let's give this a play. Go, go, go. Tin cup. The rules require a player immediately place a tin cup shot into the tin cup trophy ball rack. This removes the ball from the playing area and helps keep the scoring straight. On a short shot like this, especially when the target rug is sloping away from the tee, I will use a flop wedge to get all the spin and height I can. It still is hard to make the ball stop on the target rug and very easy to leave it short, and you can easily run it over. This is great fun for practicing those delicate little chip shots down fast greens. I found that everyone enjoys the challenge of this game. People who have never picked up a club, kids just starting out, Sunday hackers to pros, or even much older folks who have stopped playing for any number of reasons. It's super fun for everyone, old or young, at every experience level. And I especially hope that some folks in the younger generations will just hack around playing just for fun, and soon realize how enjoyable it is to learn how to chip a ball with a golf club, and maybe just get hooked on golf. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this introduction to Tin Cup, the ultimate indoor golf chipping practice game. I'm Bill Van Arsdale, and I look forward to your support on Kickstarter.